Hi, myself Divya. Today we will read our chapter Metal Ligand Bonding in Transition Metal Complexes, Part 1 from Pradeep Publication, Article number 1.1 Valence Bond Theory. Valence bond theory was developed by Linus Pauling. According to valence bond theory, the bonding in metal complexes arises when a filled ligand orbital containing a pair of electrons overlaps with a vacant hybrid orbital on the metal ion to give a coordinate covalent bond. Thus, valence bond theory assumes the bonding between the metal ion and the ligands to be purely covalent. The hybrid orbitals that a metal atom ion uses in accepting the pair of electrons from the ligands are those that point in the directions of the ligands. Valence bond theory successfully explains the structure and magnetic properties of coordination compounds. The salient features of the theory are depicted below. The central metal atom or ion in the coordination compounds offers a number of vacant orbitals which is equal to the coordination number of the metal atom for the formation of coordinate bonds with the ligands. Second point, the appropriate atomic orbitals sp and d of the metal hybridize to give a new set of orbitals of equivalent energy called the hybrid orbitals. These hybrid orbitals are directed towards the ligands depending upon the geometry of the coordination complex. Third point, the d orbitals involved in the hybridization may be either n-1 d orbitals or outer nd orbitals. Thus, hybridization in case of octahedral complex may involve dsp3 or sp3d2 depending upon whatever inner or outer d orbitals are used for hybridization. Fourth point, the vacant hybrid orbitals of the metal ion overlaps with the filled orbitals of the ligands and form a coordinate bond, ligand to metal bond. Let us take some examples to highlight the features of valence bond theory to complexes with coordination number 4 and 6. Complexes with coordination number 4. Coordination compounds with coordination number 4 are well known. Complexes with coordination number 4 can be either tetrahedral or square planar depending upon whether the hybridization is sp3 or dsp2 respectively. Some of the most commonly found examples are described below. Formation of NiCN6 2 negative ion. The oxidation state of metal of the complex ion NiCN4 2 negative is +2. We can represent the electronic configuration of Ni plus 2 ion by losing 2 electrons from the outermost 4s orbital. Electronic configuration of nickel Z28 is 18 argon 3d8 4s2. Thus, the electronic configuration of nickel plus 2 ion is argon 3d8. 8 electrons present in the d orbitals of nickel plus 2 will occupy in such a way that we shall have 3 of the 3 orbitals occupied by 2 electrons, while the remaining 2 3d orbitals are singly occupied as shown in figure 1.1. There are two ways in which the coordination complexes of nickel with coordination number 4 can be formed. If the complex involves sp3 hybridization, it has tetrahedral structure. On the other hand, if the complex involves dsp2 hybridization, it will have a square planar structure. Formation of nickel CN4 2 negative with dsp2 hybridization shown in figure 1.1. In case of complex ion acquires tetrahedral structure, the hybridization is sp3. It means that the two unpaired 3d electrons are not affected. As a result, the coordination compound with sp3 hybridization will be paramagnetic, as in the case with nickel plus 2 ions itself. However, the square planar structure, which involves dsp2 hybridization, requires one of the 3D vacant orbital of hybridization. This is possible only if the two unpaired 3D electrons are paired up. Pairing makes one of the three orbitals empty. During this exercise, no unpaired electrons are left and the complex should be diamagnetic. It has been experimentally observed that the complex nickel CN4 2 is diamagnetic, which conclusively indicates that the hybridization is dsp2, and secondly, it has no unpaired electrons as shown in figure 1.1. Second, formation of NiCl4 2 The oxidation number of nickel in NiCl4 2 is plus 2. This is obtained by the loss of 2 electrons from the 4s orbital of nickel as shown in the figure 1.2. Experimentally, the complex has been found to be paramagnetic corresponding to 2 unpaired electrons. It implies that the 3D orbitals are not disturbed and the complex involves sp3 hybridization. As a result, the structure of the complex is tetrahedral as shown in the scheme below. Figure 1.2 Formation of NiCl4 2 with sp3 hybridization. Formation of CuNH3 whole 4 plus 2. As in inspection at the complex, CuNH3 whole 4 2 plus reveals that the oxidation state of copper is the complex is plus 2. The resulting electronic configuration of copper plus 2 is argon 3d9. According to Hund's rule, the 9d electrons occupy the 5 3d orbitals and only one orbital is singly occupied. In order to accommodate 4 ammonia molecules around Cu plus 2, the metal ion exhibit two possible geometrical arrangements for the complex. If the complex is tetrahedral, it will involve sp3 hybridization and the complex will be paramagnetic. On the other hand, if the complex happens to be square planar, it will involve dsp2 hybridization and the complex will be paramagnetic again. Now a natural question arises, which of the two structures of CuNH3 whole 4 plus 2 is true, that is tetrahedral or square planar. Figure 1.3 Formation of CuNH3 whole 4 plus 2 with sp2d hybridization. Crystal structure determination of the compound has revealed that the complex CuNH3 whole 4 plus 2 has the square planar structure. It implies that dsp2 hybridization must be involved with one of the 3d orbital made available for hybridization. This can be done by promoting one electron of the 3d orbital to a higher energy vacant 4p orbital. Once the electron is promoted into the higher energy orbital, it becomes unstable and can be lost easily. It means that Cu plus 2 complex can be easily oxidized to Cu plus 3 complex. Cu plus 3 gives Cu plus 2 gives Cu plus 3 plus electron. However, it is not true because Cu plus 3 ions are practically unknown. In brief, the above representation of CuNH3 whole 4 plus 2 ion is inadequate. Although it explains the square planar geometry together with the magnetic moment of the complex, it fails to explain that copper plus 2 can be easily oxidized to copper 3 plus. This analogous behavior can be easily answered if it is considered that the electrons in the 3d orbitals are not perturbed at all the hybridization involves outer 4d orbitals. This model explains not only the square planar geometry together with magnetic moment but also the stability of copper plus 2 ions, which do not undergo easy oxidation to copper plus 3 by loss of electron. Fourth point, formation of NiCO4. NiCO4 is a unique compound in which the oxidation state of nickel is 0. The electronic configuration of nickel Z is equal to 28 is argon 3d8 4s2. Since the coordination number of nickel in tetracarbonyl nickel is 4, the compound can acquire either of the two structures, tetrahedral sp3 or square planar dsp2. Since in both the cases 4s orbitals are used in hybridization, therefore 4s orbital must be made vacant either by promoting 4s electrons to higher energy orbital with spin unpaired or by forcing 4s electrons to occupy the vacant 3d orbital with spin paired. In the first case, where the 3d electrons are promoted to occupy higher energy 4d orbitals, the compound NiCO4 will be paramagnetic as the electrons are not spin paired. On the other hand, when the electrons are forced to occupy the 3d orbitals, the compound NiCO4 will be diamagnetic because the forced 4s electrons have no other option but to pair with the two unpaired electrons sitting in the 3d orbitals. Since the compound NiCO4 has experimentally been found to be diamagnetic, no unpaired electrons, the nickel atom prefers to involve sp3 hybridization as shown. Figure 1.4. Formation of NiCO4 with sp3 hybridization. Let us apply the postulates of valence bond theory to explain the bonding in other coordination complexes with coordination number 6. Examples of complexes with coordination number 6. First, formation of chromium NH3 whole 6 plus 3 complex ion. The oxidation state of chromium in chromium NH3 whole 6 plus 3 ion is plus 3. The electronic configuration of chromium Z is equals to 24 is argon 3d5 4s1. Thus chromium in plus 3 oxidation state is formed by the loss of 1 4s and 2 3d electrons as shown. Figure 1.5. Formation of CrNH3 whole 6 plus 3 ion with D2sp3 hybridization. Two vacant 3d orbitals 1 4s and 3 4p orbitals of chromium are hybridized to give 6 D2sp3 hybrid orbitals. In other words, chromium plus 3 provides 6 empty orbitals to accommodate 6 pair of electrons from 6 molecules of ammonia. The resulting complex CrNH3 whole 6 plus 3 involves D2sp3 hybridization and is octahedral. The presence of 3 unpaired electrons in the complex makes it paramagnetic. Second, formation of CONH3 whole 6 plus 3. The electronic configuration of cobalt Z is equals to 27 is argon 3d7 4s2. The oxidation state of cobalt in the complex is plus 3, which is obtained by the loss by 2 4s and 1 3d electron. Thus, the electronic configuration of cobalt plus 3 is argon 3d6 as shown below. Figure 1.6. Formation of CONH3 whole 6 plus 3 ion with D2sp3 hybridization. In this arrangement, there are 4 unpaired electrons and 1 paired electrons in the 3d orbitals. In order to acquire octahedral geometry, the complex should have D2sp3 hybridization. This can be achieved in two ways. The two electrons in the 3d orbitals either paired up with electrons in the other 3d orbitals, that leaving the other 3d orbitals empty. On the two 3d orbitals can be pushed into higher energy vacant 4d and 5s orbitals, since pairing of electrons require less energy than promoting to higher energy orbitals. The electrons prefer to pair up two vacant 3d orbitals 1 4s and 3 4p orbitals of cobalt are hybridized to give 6 D2sp3 hybrid orbitals. In other words, cobalt plus 3 provides 6 empty orbitals to accommodate 6 pair of electrons from 6 molecules of ammonia shown in figure 1.6. Since there are no unpaired electrons in the 3d orbitals in the complex ion CONH3 6 3+, it should be diamagnetic. Experimentally, it has been found that the complex is diamagnetic. Formation of COF6 3 negative. As already discussed, the electronic configuration of cobalt Z is equals to 27 is argon 3d7 4s2. The oxidation state of cobalt in COF6 3 negative is plus 3, which is easily achieved by losing 2 electrons from 4s and 1 electron from 3d orbital. The electronic configuration of cobalt plus 3 is argon 3d6. The complex ion COF6 negative has been found to be paramagnetic, which suggests the presence of unpaired electrons. However, this behavior is altogether different from what we observed in case of CONH363 positive. It accounts to saying that the octahedral geometry in case of COF63 negative cannot be attributed to DsP2 as in found in case of CONH3 whole 6 plus 2. In an effort to explain this distinct behavior, Lewis Pauling suggested that the complex COF63 negative is ionic and the metal ligand bonds are ionic. This appeared justified at that time in view of the highly electronegative character of F negative fluoride ion. However, it was soon discovered that other complexes like COH2O whole 3F3, FeH2O whole 6 plus 3 and NiH2O whole 6 plus 3 were found to be paramagnetic. Since the bonding between metal and water M is equals to CO, Fe and Ni in these compounds cannot be ionic. It suggests that Pauling's formulation of ionic bond between metal and the ligand is not correct. An alternative explanator was proposed by Huygens in 1937 to explain the anomalous magnetic behavior of COF6 negative by suggesting that the metal can use outer d orbitals of hybridization in place of inner d orbitals. This formation keeps the inner d orbitals undisturbed and use the outer 4d orbitals for hybridization as shown below. Thus, 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals are formed from 1 4s, 3 4p and 2 4d orbitals. 6 pairs of electrons are donated to the 6 vacant hybrid orbitals of the metal, forming 6 COF bonds is shown in figure 1.7. Figure 1.7 Formation of COF6 negative ion with sp3d2 hybridization. B is clear from the above discussion that the central metal atom has the ability to use either inner n-1d orbitals or outer nd orbitals for hybridization depending upon the ligand and the magnetic property of the complex. In case the coordination complex uses the inner n-d orbitals for hybridization D2sp3, it is called the inner orbital complex. On the other hand, if the coordination complex uses the outer nd orbitals for hybridization sp3d2, it is called outer orbital complex. In case of inner orbital complex, the metal electrons prefer to pair up. As a result, the complex will be either completely paired or will have lesser number of unpaired electrons. This type of complex formed is called low spin complex. On the other hand, in case of outer orbital complex, the electrons of the metal prefer to remain unpaired. As a result, the complex will have more number of unpaired electrons. This type of complex formed is called high spin complex. In brief, outer orbital complex sp3d2 high spin complexes, inner orbital complexes d2sp3 low spin complexes. D. Formation of MnCN6 negative. The electronic configuration of manganese Z is equals to 25 is argon 3d5 4s2. The oxidation state in the complex is plus 2, which is obtained by the loss of 4s electrons. Therefore, the electronic configuration of Mn plus 2 is argon 3d5. Figure 1.8 Formation of MnCN6 negative with D2sp3 hybridization. The magnetic moment of MnCN6 negative has experimentally been found to correspond to the presence of a single electron. This can be easily accounted for if the 4 3d electrons are paired up, leaving behind one unpaired electron, along with 2 accompanied 3d orbitals as shown above. Now 6 vacant orbitals, 2 3d and 1 4s and 3 4p intermix together to give 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals. These hybrid orbitals can house 6 pairs of electrons from the 6 cyanide ions to give an octahedral geometry. The complex MnCN6 negative shows reduced paramagnetic behavior corresponding to the presence of any one unpaired electron. What would you like to call this complex? An inner orbital or low spin, or outer orbital or high spin complex? This is an example of low spin complex because of reduced magnetic moment value. Formation of FeH2O whole 6 plus 3 ion. The oxidation state of iron in the complex is plus 3. Electronic configuration of Fe argon 3d6 4s2. Electronic configuration of Fe3 plus argon 3d5. The complex FeH2O का whole 6 plus 3 has been found to be paramagnetic, and the magnetic moment corresponds to the presence of 5 unpaired electrons. It is clearly indicates that the 3d electrons are not disturbed at all. In addition, the outer 4d orbitals are used up for hybridization. It means 4 1s, 4s, 3 4p and 2 4d orbitals are hybridized to afford 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals, which are accompanied by 6 pairs of electrons, one from each water molecule. Figure 1.9. Formation of FeH2O whole 6 plus 3 with sp3d2 hybridization. 6 coordinate bonds are formed by donation of 6 electron pairs from 6 H2O molecules. Thus, FeH2O का whole 6 plus 3 is an octahedral molecule with paramagnetic behavior. It is important to remember that geometry and hybridization go hand in hand. If you know the geometry of a complex, you can easily know which hybrid orbitals the metal atom ion uses. The relationship between the geometry of the complex and the hybrid orbitals used by the metal atom or ion is nicely summarized in table 1.1. Article number 1.2. Limitations of valence bond theory. The valence or directed bond theory extended by Linus Pauling to coordination compounds in terms of orbital hybridization was successful in interpreting the geometrical shapes of most of the complexes. However, the theory failed to allow for several properties associated with the complexes. For example, first, it fails to explain the color and spectra of the complexes. It fails to explain the differences between the measured and calculated magnetic moments, although the theory is successful in predicting the number of unpaired electrons in the complex. Third, it also fails to explain why the magnetic moment values varies with temperature. Fourth, the theory fails to explain or offer any concrete explanation to the relative stabilities of the complexes. Fifth, it fails to explain why some complexes are liable while others are inert. Liable complexes are those in which one of the ligand can be easily displaced by another ligand. On the other hand, inert complexes are those in which displacement of ligands is slow. Table 1.1. Valence bond approach to some complexes showing different hybridizations and stereochemistry along with magnetic behavior. Complex ion species Ag plus AgCN2 minus have linear geometry and diamagnetic behavior. CuCl4 negative complex has tetrahedral geometry and paramagnetic behavior. ZnNH3 whole 4 plus 2 has tetrahedral geometry and diamagnetic behavior. NiCN4 negative has square planar geometry and diamagnetic behavior. PtCl4 negative has square planar geometry and diamagnetic behavior. F6 negative has octahedral geometry and paramagnetic behavior. MnCN6 negative has octahedral geometry and paramagnetic behavior. FeCN6 negative has octahedral geometry and paramagnetic behavior. FeCN6 negative have octahedral geometry and diamagnetic behavior. CuNH3 whole 6 plus octahedral geometry have diamagnetic behavior. NiNH3 plus have octahedral geometry and paramagnetic behavior. CuEN2 NH3 Cl plus 2 have octahedral geometry and diamagnetic behavior. CrCO6 have octahedral geometry and diamagnetic behavior. 6. It does not predict whether the 4 coordinate complex species will be square planar or tetrahedral. For example, the decision about the geometry of nickel second species depends upon the value of magnetic moments. Seventh, it considers NiAC twice to be a tetrahedral, whereas in fact that it has octahedral geometry. Eighth, the theory fails to explain why some metal complexes in a particular oxidation state are low spin inner orbital complex, while some other complexes are of same metal ion in the oxidation state are high spin outer orbital complexes. For example, CONH3 whole 6 plus 3 and COF6 3 negative, in which cobalt is in plus 3 oxidation state. The former is low spin inner orbital complex, while the latter is high spin outer orbital complex. Crystal field theory. Valence bond theory helps us to understand the bonding in coordination compound. However, the theory suffers because it neither accounts for the color of the coordination compounds nor explain why some complexes are high spin whereas others are low spin. Crystal field theory, on the other hand, explains successfully the colors of the complexes as well as their magnetic properties. This theory was developed by the physicists named H. Bethe and V. Black to account for the color and magnetic properties of hydrated salts of transition metals. Originally, crystal field theory was applied to transition metal ions in ionic crystals. That is why the theory is called crystal field theory. Chemists began to apply the crystal field theory to transition metal complexes in the 1950s, and since that time inorganic chemistry has become an excited field of research. Crystal field theory considers the central metal ion and the surrounding ligands as point charges. Point charges are electric charges that exist in a single point. It is important to note the point charge has neither an area nor a volume. According to crystal field theory, it is the electrostatic attraction between the positive charge on the central metal ion and the negative charge on the ligand that holds the ligand, the metal ion. In brief, crystal field theory assumes that bond between the metal ion and the ligand is purely electrostatic. In case the ligand happens to be negatively charged ions such as Cn negative, Br negative, I negative, etc., the interaction between the metal and the ligand is referred as ion-ion interaction. In the case the ligand happens to be neutral molecule, it can be considered to have a dipole moment as in ammonia. The nitrogen in ammonia acquires a negative charge, delta negative, and the hydrogen acquires a positive charge, delta positive. In such cases, the interaction of the metal ion with the ligand is referred as ion dipole interactions. The d orbitals and crystal field theory. Since d orbitals are frequently used in coordination compounds, it is more important to study their shape and distribution in space. In order to understand crystal field theory, it is necessary to look again at the spatial orientation of all the 5d orbital relative to the position of ligands in the metal complexes. There are 5d orbitals are designed as dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square and dz square. The boundary surface of these orbitals are gives. Figure 1.10, boundary surface of d orbitals. On subset of 3 orbitals via dxy, dyz, dzx are similar in shape and each consists of 4 lobes of high electron density lying between the xy, yz and zx plane respectively. The lobes of these orbitals lie in between the principal axis. There is another subset of 2 orbitals via dxy, dx square minus y square and dz square. The orbital dx square minus y square consists of 4 lobes that lie along the x and y axis. The orbital dx square consists of 2 lobes that lie along the z axis and a donut called a torus in the xy plane. It is important to point out that although dx square and dx square minus y square orbitals do not look alike in shape, yet they are equivalent as far as their interaction with the metal ions are concerned. The unique shape of dx square orbital can be regarded as a linear combination of 2 orbitals via dx square minus y square and dz square minus y square. each of which is equivalent to dx square minus y square orbital as shown in figure 1.11. Figure 1.11 representation of dz square orbital as a linear combination of dz square minus x square and dz square minus y square. Since both the orbitals dz square minus x square and dz square minus y square have high electron density along the z-axis, the dz square orbitals have a large amount of electron density concentrated along the z-axis. Since one of the component wave function is maximized along the x-axis, dz square minus x square, and the other along the y-axis, dz square minus y square, the resultant dz square has a torus of electron density in the xy plane. However, both the orbital dz square minus x square and dz square minus y square do not have independent existence.